Itu mas. Nah, itu berapa sana? Nah, pasti. Ini kalau Facebook. Signal strong. Kasih bisa. Video. Itu. Itu sana. Belum sana dulu. Itu stop dulu. Dulu itu. Kita mau gimana? You're right. No problem. Nah, itu orang-orang sedangkan belum start inside lo. Stop. Ini
Be seated.
On Katawa, listening sing one more before program really start. You should sing along project the this is just loose. So probably you listen sing along. All the now you like all of them. 1 2 1 long development. Okay, all distinguished guests, Honorable Minister, Raljago, to the Dr. Howard Andres, Robert Daly, all invited guests who you like come no morning, you want to tell them welcome. Before you may proceed to go, you want to take you may go back. 7 December 1913. I mean, 101 years ago. Time here, all Karan Bubula Yumi, all Bubula Yumi, the Molol Fala, only for one natural disaster where me happen now time. So, Bombay Yumi, before you may proceed, may ask everyone to stand up. You may observe 1 minute silence. Think about all Fala. We serve a long time here. You will do some sound. You may remember I'm all that today. Thank you. You let us see that. Today, I mean, 7 December 2014. I mean, 101 years. What you mean? Think about when it happened. Long World War community or long World War village long time. We would like to start now celebrate them time last year. Time 100 years. We would like to have one celebration not last year. Kolkata Long Island only celebrate every year. I remember them eruption where it took place in 1918. So all community alongside long community long villa, long wall. We've been thinking long, gone long celebrate every year. That's why you come back again today. So while me Mr. Long bless here, me want them acknowledge them. You mean when all the staff long bless here. There's one minister now who sent Mitala Vinis, and one minister Blayumi, Lomulamba. Got all distinguished guests Blayumi, the Harvard countries, USP, Robert Delhi, Language Department, USP. We got leaders Blayumi, Long different parts Long Island. Got David Hobart, and Long Sadi Sambaran. Got Henry Chowanga, Long West. We got one leader Blayumi too, Jerry Strom, and former councillor long municipal council. Before our current data, we welcome and you all back in the morning. Thank you for the survey. Spending time, long come celebrate what the Nicola, like you think about historic occasion there where Nicola taken long side of Nicola and is very important. Long Nicola survey of celebrating long every year. Looks a full of member you mean on Salon Nastara did not come. While Mr. Nabia told me one the knowledge on one Nasara where only former community Blayumi long world. And things was me go through long acknowledge you all no where we stop. Was missing Nasara Blayuala. Mr. Stand up small time. You acknowledge you all. Members of the jail, if not man, besides it. A good law, you be sorry, you mean Hamas Nasarana, you be stop long world, or you will go through long disaster year, long 1913. You may go 1-1, you may almost stop together. From the say, not that finished now, yeah. You may stop celebrate here, they all got some you may long north, some long Malakula, some long Pama, that is South Isambran. You may almost stop together as one community. So while me sing out, also me part long welcome, you may clap, you may if you like stand up, or you may service which Nasara and stop, long but then you may long morning. So when we start long side long weapon, just if you like service stand up. On community, members long weapon. Nasara long Talibak. Kita long Farao Chepipi. Kita long side long Heniel. Kita long Marenro. Kita long Fanteng. Kita long Melbourne. Kita long Pulewowo. Howard. Kaliwa. Long list of Infalaika, you make up about 10. Nasarawa and the former community of long world. We got 1 or 2 small villages, in the exist a long time ago. So then everyone is start there. The service and Infalai, full of long fila. Mr. Stem, the Yuvala 1 Nasara. So by you walk, time you walk, you must make one town long population for you. So that you like go back, you like us to Google Nara family. Karam straight number of the Yumi Nasaraya before the Nigambaglo committee. I will go to the population lawyer. We also take a small chance here before you may move on. Long just tell them, acknowledge them, committee members only work hard long prepare a occasion there. Only been appointed among the last year. Lady Lomalada and Lilon Komatu, secretary, and the Saturday, with them committee. We work really hard. Prepare and finish last year, this year back again. And Mr. President was put only dedicated work long like that. So I think madam small token long welcome. I mean, pasami go long. Basta lesle po maya long ditin long church service. Thank you.
Before you may start worship, you may want to take a small time up, tell them people thank you, secretary committee, Lindon, who have me just asked me yesterday. From Molgata, where he been contacted Molgata, no possible for staff. So I may just ringing me yesterday. Alam sa Angel, Molgata, when me been ringing Molgata, for staff, only officiate ceremony, everyone in our staff. So Mr. Talem lo use by you come. Di dalam semi kalau tu ikat program, right pa me delegate them responsibility kalau wanat pada pasti. So thank you too much. Thank you lo honor. Where mimi sabe camp lo litima short worship lo yumi lo morning ya. Lo celebrate 101 years anniversary. Especially Lon Wall or committee where you missed up Lovila. Thank you too much for chance where you will like Sabe give him. In the time to give him talk welcome to, especially thank you all every invited guest who will Sabe come. Or same time you welcome you may everyone lo morning here. Lo good name lo Papa, good name lo Pignini, or good name lo Jesus Tabu Spirit. About the stuff with them you meet, you may begin the program, you may focus them end. You may worship God. Psalm 133, Psalm 133, Emi Talem say, how good, how pleasant, Lord people of God, or they live together. You also have anointing oil here, where we run town, lo head, lo meron, ikam kasem mustas plehem, mohemi ko kasem kola lo short plehem. And we make them people live lo unity. You may come lo first prayer, you meet by me ask him. Tawiannya ada pita pom play open prayer first prayer play you meet lo authorization confession most application.
You can focus on prayer from adoration, prayer from confession, or prayer from supplication. You can focus on prayer. You pray. God Papa, God beginning, or God Tapu Spirit. Hi God, you tapu, will you tapu, will you tapu. Me fala no worthy from come on face from you, me fala no worthy from come close up on you. Heaven more well, to fala he must praise him you. From where you God. Well, you've been stopped, you stop more, but you stop all the time. Heavenly Father, if I come before you, Lord, this morning, if I very cautious, long so folks, if I Papa, or ting from if I itoti, hats from if I itoti, Sora from if I have something with him in a straight, long harap. I from if I look at something, when in a straight from if I look at. Heavenly Father, if I ask, can you forgive me if I You cleanse him life from the Lord and presence life from Master from Jesus Christ, Son. You make him feel like clean, you make him feel like pure. Before me feel like he serve come from worshiping you. So that time me feel like worshiping you, Bamba me feel like say worshiping you, the Spirit. Hi God, me feel like come before you. Papa, you take me feel like come close up on you. Or you teach me feel like long to talk on you. Heavenly Father, ask me feel like start long time, long celebrations. If I also think about every pulpit on you throughout Vanuatu, lo yesterday, not today. Well, it's the present name on you, well, it's the left up high name on you. May word on you, from by God, from by heavy God, from give him true meaning from talk on you, from every man. Heavenly Father, if I come now, if I ask him, your Lord, presence from Tabu Spirit on you, from by stop with him, if I throughout long service today. And long make them, oh Lord, when you know, forget them, forget that people who have been sacrificing life from the more missionaries of some top the land. From make them say, if I come on somewhere, one of them will stop today. From without sacrifice, from the time one will stop, or someone will stop today. Heavenly Father, if I come now, ask him company to have spirit on you, for you can stop with them, teaching, talk to you, stop with them. Pastor Leslie, come help me present them. Talk to you this morning. May you prepare every hearts that I talk come out. It sound good, my grow. They come also one good fruit tree, but one behind the old man is a benefit. Heavenly Father, I'm not prayer, but Mifala. Mifala stop asking every something, the name of Jesus, for him is Savior, and Master, the life of Mifala, stop prayer. Amen. Amen.
Thank you, Lord. Prayer, you may continue, Lord, worship God, you may, but you may sing, Lord, language hymn book. Hymn number 1, Chakenken. Chakenken Peme. Let me stop, Lord, sit, when you may hold me stop. By all the quiet group, or the stop about the give you know. You may stand up, Lord, press a master for you. I think number 64, the first page, huh? Sorry, number 68, more page 64, the first page, huh?
Yesu wangu Yafu Yesu mema munene. Yesu wangu Yesu wangu mema munene. Yesu
You may take a scripture reading for you may. Kami asking Melda Terry, what a Melda John. Lo tukulay kang lo reading tukula reading for you may. You make a trip of the name riches.
First Bible reading from me, Mr. Lord. Ezekiel 36, Ezekiel 36, verse 1, you go verse 10. Ezekiel 36, verse 1, you go verse 10. In Miharam Tok Tok from God, verse 1, the Lord said, mortal man, speak to the mountains of Israel and tell them to listen to the message which I, the sovereign Lord, have for them. Israel's enemies plotted and said, now those ancient hills are ours. Prophesy then, and announce what I, the sovereign Lord, am saying. When the neighboring nations captured and plundered the mountains of Israel, all of them insulted Israel. So now listen to what I, the sovereign Lord, say to you, mountains and hills, to you, streams and valleys, to you, places that were left in ruins, and to you, desolate cities which are plundered and mocked by all the surrounding nations. I, the sovereign Lord, have spoken out in the heat of my anger against the surrounding nations, and especially against Edom. With glee and contempt, they captured my land and took possession of its pastures. So prophesy to the land of Israel. Tell the mountains, hills, streams, and valleys what I, the sovereign Lord, am saying in jealousy, anger, because of the way the nations have insulted and humiliated them. I, the sovereign Lord, solemnly promise that the surrounding nations will be humiliated. But on the mountains of Israel, the trees will gain broad leaves and bear fruit. For you, my people Israel, you are going to come home soon. I am on your side, and I will make sure that your land is plowed again and crops are planted on it. I will make your populations grow. You will live in the cities and rebuild everything that was left in ruins. May we end the first reading, baby.
We move on to next chapter, Ezekiel 37. Ezekiel 37. Then we start from verse 1 and look at verse 14. Started from the valley of dry bones. Verse 1. The hand of the Lord was upon me, and he brought me out by the Spirit of the Lord, and set me in the middle of the valley. It was full of bones. He led me back and forth among them, and I saw a great many bones on the floor of the valley, bones that were very dry. He asked me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I said, O sovereign Lord, you alone know. Then he said to me, prophesy to these bones and say to them, dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. This is what the sovereign Lord says to these bones. And I will make breath enter you, and you will come to life. I will attach tendons to you and make flesh come out upon you and cover you with skin. I will put breath in you, and you will come to life. Then you will know that I am the Lord. So I prophesied, and as I was commanded. And as I was prophesying, there was a noise, a rattling sound, and the bones came together, bone to bone. I looked, and tendons and flesh appeared on them, and skin covered them, and there was no breath in them. Then he said to me, prophesy with the breath. Prophesy, son of man, and say to it, this is what the sovereign Lord says. Come from the four winds of all breath, and breathe into these slain, and they may live. So I prophesied, and as I was commanded, as he commanded me, and breath entered them. They came to life and stood up on the feet, a vast army. Then he said to me, son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. They say, our bones are dried up, and our hope is gone. We are cut off. Therefore, prophesy and say to them, This is what the sovereign Lord says. O my people, I am going to open your graves and bring you up from them, and I will bring you back to the land of Israel. Then you, my people, will know that I am the Lord when I open your graves and bring you up from them. I will put my spirit in you, and you will live, and I will settle you in your own land. Then you will know that I am the Lord, that I, the Lord, have spoken and have done it, declares the Lord. God bless them greetings I don't have in you. Amen.
Last reading of first epistle of John, chapter 1, verse 1 to 4. Top lo life. Top lo mifala, iplom talema top lo life long yufala. First time, warrior ino stop yet, the Tokia is stop finished. Tokia mifala I look him straight, long eye lo mifala. Mo mifala I harem, hem I top. Mifala I look him, mo mifala I touch him. Time God is so much life here. Mifala I look him. Now mifala is stop talema long yufala. Mifala is stop talem good. Lo yufala say life here. Where in all stop finished, first time and we stop with them Papa called Blong Yumi. Then now ya Papa Blong Yumi and we saw him out him Long Mifala. Or something ya when Mifala he look finished, more when Mifala he harem finished, and now Mifala is stop telling out Long Yufala. Mifala he want them Long Yufala he join good with the Mifala all time. Where Yumi got one thing no more. Straight all somewhere all time, Mifala is stop trying good. What them Papa Yumi, more big than it from him Jesus Christ. But Mifala, he write them Tokia, he come lo Yufala, lo Papa, all time no more. Yumi everyone is have a clad way clad. Papa God, he make a meeting from top for him, Papa clear the thing for Yumi. You may worship God, lo Papa. Baba, you may sing one more hymn before you may harem tapu top lo master. Let me stop lo 53. Let me stop lo 53. Rolo sese, okay? Number 87, sorry.
Yesu fesine lolo, Yesu Christ ataneti, no, Long live my heart will wait.
Today have one very special time where all family play especially lo wakon, all villages kolosap lo wakon, or even okona same time here. Or some you may harem chairman Revitalization start lo last day come. Mo baba hami continue on, baba hami come also one annual event. So I mean no easy, lo kona some one something also. But from what you may believe too much. Lota spirit, when where you may not sabe, but you may pray, or you may believe by guiding hand lo God, but by sabe guiding you me. Lo any something where you may want them honor him, or you may want to make him no honor him God. So one more time, thank you too much, everyone where you may sabe stop. Lo this morning inside lo worship here, lo you may celebrate them 101 anniversary. Unification to Yumi Lord World. Thank you too much. You may pray. Eternal Father, me feel I come humbly before you, long important time here. Thank you, long all talk to you, where me come out, long all sing, long prayer. Molo tapu talk to you, where Baba me feel I harem. Baba me feel I no kadinap sabe, long me feel I sabe harem sabe meaning long talk to you. The tapu spirit you've been promising, say Baba me come helper. Lo reveal every secret truth, lo you Papa God, lo life, lo mifala. Lo mifala is sabe more about you, more walk about with them you long every day, lo life, lo mifala. Baba is mifala come. Lo listen, lo talk, lo you mifala pray, lo tapu spirit. Baba he come teacher, he come helper, mo he come kind. Lo kaya the mifala lo meditation, lo mifala lo morning here. Prayer me fly make them all same through the name of Jesus, Savior, or Master me fly everyone. All time gospel or good news. And we bring him history. Gospel or good news all time and we bring him history. Time gospel let me be start travel or sins. Lo te number one, lo Europe, lo North, lo East, lo West, mo ikam kasem long Asia, you mean lo Pacific, third world country, every places where gospel or good news, I mean travel lo hem, I mean create them history. That's why I mean the say, through lo gospel here, good news here, where I mean travel long Europe, I mean bring in history. Lo you mean every island or every country in the world. Without history, without gospel, Papa you mean not got history. But through the gospel, the good news for Jesus Christ, you may got history. From something here. Lo you mean you have read this before, more especially. Long Island, long Ambram. You may be cut good news I may be custom long 1836. Moy come and me run through Long Island, Long Ambram, and me come custom Long Wall, where top tala me been stop when you miss have a good. Where you miss have a good history for him, where been cut one house, but then it stop. 1930 number 70 samba, you miss have a good say. Fire and me been pon him lo time here. And then it travel on, he come, custom the day where me 2014 number 7 lot. December back and I mean 101 years. And me true to much. Gospel, good news here. And me create them history. Without good news or talk to God, pamba yumi no kat history. From what talk to God, and a written word, and a spoken word, and a living word. Therefore, spoken word there and travel far away to us. And we travel far away to us. He come so that people will travel what them could usually must tell them out. Spoken word. From where he need from every people, lo wolo limas harem could use here. Where he talk to God. Therefore, written word there he travel, people will talk about or tell them out. Or tell them out man where he harem. Pambay kasem live where inokat employ. Mohami come also one living word. Living word here, Pambay stop for eternity. Gospel of Mark 13:31. Emitalem said, talk to me. Word here, Pambay lose heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. Talk to God. The written word, the spoken word, the living word. Pambay stop for eternity. That is why Vitalem said, through the gospel, you could use it where we travel. You make cut history. You mean a family, you mean a tipo, and only cut history. You mean every family, lo ampremo, not for la web, not for la place parking. You make our own history from where gospel, let me create them that part, lo good news here. Or you make them, you make that history. Through the talk here, or talk plakot. All nations long world, including Yumi, everyone Vanuatu, Yumi Karola identity, Yumi. Yumi Karola identity, Yumi. Now, Yumi come out long. Yumi come out long all different places. Yumi come out all different life, situation for life. Lord, Yumi must find him. You must find him good use here. Therefore, you may stop. Good use here, me find him, you may all different kind of situation for life here. More me bring him, you may he come together. Lord, you must find him our identity, Lord, you may. Also, celebration, Lord, you may the day of the Lord, the point of the identity, Lord, family, Lord, all he may come here, he may come here, he may come here, he may come here. You may everyone, you may get identity, you may have a talent. He may original identity, you may. You used to have a where place when in family line, you come out like him. You may have when in family line, you come out like him. But me no him no more. You may got one identity where God and one. Emi soy mark you may. Identity plo yumi, you plotale mat plo yumi say yes, you make a identity plo yumi lo wall. But you make one identity where you mean no plo wall, you may live lo wall, and me also one stranger. The identity plo yumi, and me come out lo kingdom. You mean man long kingdom. You mean man long heaven. Place where God is up. And me foremost identity where you make cut long identity where you may cut lo wall. That's why. Ting lo yumi topic where me stop lo program lo yumi invitation program where we been sent out lo yumi current. Ting where me stop lo program me dalam say finding our identity through Raljago, language. Through identity lo yumi through Raljago. Language doctor. Very important to us, true to us. Without gospel by you no find my identity plo you mean? Without gospel by you no sabe follow up or dialect plo you mean, lo sa languages plo you mean, but through the gospel. So you may present God from. You may present God from where even though you may lose and finish. 101 years he passed. Maybe some places are more than that. They're from where gospel there. Power of gospel there, we continue to reveal him one lo yumi sabe recall back. Lo elites lo yumi sabe check him history lo yumi. Yumi come where? All white man only come where? Yumi clad from where through the gospel. I help him yumi plo yumi come lo one idea where yumi sabe reflect back mo call back. Lo elites plo sabe say yes, mimi come lo pleasure. Mimi come lo pleasure. That's why yumi stop lo celebration in the day. Lo gospel lo face visa of John emi tale mo say mi fala separate them tokia lo you fala. Tokia hemi no you hemi one all fala tok. Pe mi fala stop tale mo lo you fala. Lo you fala mas sabe. Mi fala I looking long eye plo mi fala touchem long hand plo mi fala bo mi fala harem therefore mi fala want them right them lo you fala mi fala want them right them lo you fala and be very important to us. Maybe John is talking Tokyo lo community plo Asia Minor maybe plan the role kada you know harem could you see yet. Maybe plan the role kada only stop lo tu takiet. Pe John, witness plo John, ministry plo John. Emi identify good news ya. Long all kada. Se mi vala I looking lo I plo mi vala harem, mi vala touchem. Therefore mi vala want them right them lo you vala. Mi vala want them right them lo you vala tu I must sabe. I must sabe Tokyo. Emi talk plo life. Suppose gospel hemi no travel on Asia or no travel on Europe. Suppose power plo God no move mol kata plo oli look sabe. Plo li travel plo serem Tokyo sen wa John hemi talem. Papa yimi no sabe Tokyo. Papa yimi no harem good news ya. Never. Therefore where power plo Tokyo hemi create one atmosphere lo life lo kata oli karem good news lo that time. Even Kolos up 300 years he passed. To only travel from Wachon and Mitala. Mi fly one them say, you fly too, you must harem. You fly must look also, mi fly look, you fly must harem also when mi fly harem, or you fly must touch him also when mi fly touch him. You may present God. You may present God. Cause Pele me travel for so long. But you may present God from where you may look, you may touch him, or you may harem. Give one hand, lo master. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Long Ezekiel chapter 36. God had me promising blessing long all kata. From children long Israel only been stopped lo one exile of Babylon. God had me thinking too much long all kata lo hemi mas karamar all kata. But Israel hemi mas make him part plehem. Hemi mas make him part plehem. God had me promising blessing. Before blessing, Israel must make a part plan. Whether not part long Israel must stand him thinking plan. He must stand him thinking plan, lo place where him stop. Custom plan, culture plan. God will stop worship him. Israel must stand him thinking plan. Therefore, you must come back to God so that God may pour on blessing long all that. That is why you may read long Ezekiel 37, where God may show him fallible tribunes here, lo prophet Ezekiel. So prophet Ezekiel, God and me full of my with the power of the Tabu spirit. Therefore, God and me me go lo fallible tribune. One people are creek. We full of all tribunes. If full of way full of good. Then God and me tell him long Ezekiel, he tell him say Ezekiel, you talk. You talk all tribunes here. Sorry, before God and me tell him God, he tell him lo Ezekiel, he question him say Ezekiel. Can all this tribune come back to life? Ezekiel say, God maybe not sabe, but you sabe and supplement. God say, you prophesy, you talk. Ezekiel talk. Time when Ezekiel talk, and look say all punya wali foltan one. Head is stop long way, leg is stop long way, hand is stop long way. All is stop moves small. Only move small, go, only come join. God say, Ezekiel, you talk. You talk, all meet, only stop cover map, all punya. Go, only volta, only also all man, only volta, you know, cut win. You know, cut pre-play, me move, play walk part. God Ezekiel say, Ezekiel, you talk, Papa, win him come. Ezekiel, you talk, Papa, say, win him come long every direction. Only go inside, all tet potia. Boy, move, give him life, long. Hallelujah. You may be also more tribunes where stop local home you may before. You may not be expected to buy cospelia, but by him come. But praise him God. Praise him God. Praise him God.
Amen.
From a power of the cospelia. And he travel from Europe and he come. He go inside long catch up you me where you stop watching them all God's play you me. And he move him you me and he give him life play you me. He make them say you me look savvy. Say who you God we show him stop talent. You may just look him savvy, you may hear him savvy, you may touch him, you may smell him. You may savvy say yes, God yeah. We show him stop talent. He come cause I'm all missionary play you me, come cause I'm all poo play you me, all stop talent. God yeah him true God. You know one come and God. They have one true God. Where you may just experience him life play you me. You may savvy talent say yes. God yeah, am a true God. Am the creator, mo am the sustainable life. Am important to us. Time you may read the New Testament. You may look in time where Jesus and me carap death. Or you may look in time where meeting all disciples from upper room. And we saw him hand long all gata. More we saw him side long all gata. More after Bible him Italian say him preach long all gata. More Italian say you feel like receiving power. You feel like go back witness. You feel like go back mission. Preach long God Yahweh will stop lo current long eating. Well long Genesis chapter 2 verse 7. Preach lo God me go inside. More we make him plan to walk inside the life lo man Adam or Eve. But then we seen him come go inside. And we damage him life here. And we damage him relationship here block Adam or Eve with them God. But God and we got on plan for him, will for him. And we must walk. And we must walk to revive him. And we must walk to revive him. Life for man. For man and we must come to stage where God and what and we want him. Praise the Master. Praise the Master. Hallelujah. That is why Jesus and me tell him talk and me preach long look at that. Me think back. Maybe Johnny right them talk and me think back look when him. Where God and me been make him look current long eaten. That's why. Then with Jesus and me look at disciple only very weak. Believe long look at that he lose. Then and me preach long look at them. Receive the Holy Spirit. Or you feel like go back from mission. Time you may think back 101 years anniversary you meet today, and you know easy. You may travel that far. You come to some now you may travel back and you go, you may not say how much 100 yeah, but continue on. But you may need him to talk to God. Talk to God, but we continue to revive him, you may from you may stop long one challenging wall. But by talk to God, but by continue to revive him, you may. So that whenever you may make him, but you may not make him for the sake of you may wonder. But you may make them for the sake of gospel. Where gospel let me come from God. Gospel let me talk to God. Let me good news for Christ. Therefore, it is very important. Today, 101 years, you may you stop the pleasure. Maybe mama have me run, you go kasam, kolosap 30, 40. You may no more stop. But let them, you may transfer them. Tokyo. Ikolongol kada wabali. Continue on to celebrate them, lo take them. So you must celebrate them with them power. Lord gospel, Lord Jesus Christ. And it's very important. Mimi haram kurtumas, mi klatumas. From all family, you mean alone, wall. Only reviewing pattern or language, which is hemi good. You may sing low English, you may sing low French, you may sing low Islama. Yes, maybe you may not understand them good. But then where all sing come long on language, you mean. Praise the Master. Me things that you may sing. But you may sing what and when and where you may serve, or you may believe, Lord. You may not just sing no more head, but you may sing with them heart. That's why pray, Lord, Tawian Peter Mitalam said, help me develop Lord worship, Lord spirit, Lord truth. Truth here now. I mean true Lord Tapu spirit. But by help them, you may sing all time, you may worship all time, but true Lord Tapu spirit. Finding our identity, Lord language play you me, Lord culture play you me. Important to us. Man will find them identity plan. One stranger, one foreigner. Very important. Congratulations, unification committee. Long wall. Lo one where you fly make him. Congratulations. And Baba, I pray for me, Baba, God, He continue. Lord, bless him, you, Lord, celebration. Well, Baba, let me come here. One something, the moment want them repeat back again. You may get full of tribunals, so I stop today. Could be inside the home, you mean. Could be inside the community. Could be inside the family. Could be inside the churches, you mean. Could be inside the nation, you mean. But you also one watchman. Me also one watchman. You may continue to prophesy. You may continue to prophesy. Especially the good news here. So that good news here, Papa, I may continue to revive them. Revive them. Life, community, family, society. So that whenever you may make them, Papa, you may make them no more. For the glory of God. You find my identity for you. And important to us. Talk to God. Papa, help them you me. The time along take come. From a written word, a spoken word, more a living word. God bless him, talk to him. Lord, heart bring me one. I call Papa me for tell him, thank you, Lord, talk to you. You bless him, talk to you, Lord, heart bring me for so that it's a kind me for the time along take we come. In the name of Jesus, me for pray. Amen. I think you may come now, no time for free will offering for you may cut do something, no program. You may cut tithes, or you may cut offering by cut 2 plate. One hemi plot tithe, one hemi plot offering, you know, the finish or not yet. While Papa, you start collecting offering mo type by making time lo group pagans was only cut something sing pagan lo present them lo you may lo morning from where you may come from. So regarding something global, you may sakem fatulo hem.
While something sing, we got a small Chinese long program here. Where we stop. But by 15 minutes break, no more that. But if you continue no more broadcast, maybe 1 o'clock, maybe lunch. So after we all offering now, yeah, but by you continue long talk when we stop. That kita long storm, you know, service at the stop of this year. Okay, that one by camp before, but camp number 6. Team land, I'm not doing number 7.
Okay, we got 2 offering plate stop here, one in the lower.
Offering here, so just clear them no more. We got 2, one long side long ties by the long church, and then another one by the contributing to long seed money long whole community. When I saw them last year finish, and this year small money way go by the long seed money. So the next alone one of the long seat money long side there. Long ties one church side.
I'm asking everyone to stand up. Give me dedicate them offering. Eternal Father, me falai poni kamlo wall, me falai naked. But by one day, me falai kopak, me falai naked. Every something we stop the wall, I got Baba have me flow you. But I me falai pon through kamlo wall, you give him right there, lo me falai use him for small time. Me falai kamlo mall some story, all some manager, all some work boy, lo manager. All property flow you from one day, Baba me falai sabe give him report, lo work I kopak flow you. But thank you, High Court, Papa. When you give me wisdom to plot think, plot look, plan the blessings where you bless him, if Allah him. Plot me for life, have a walk him out, plot walk, but make him, but plan the Papa, a camel some more resource, plot money, income, plot me for plan the Lomifala, Papa God, where you walk locaren, plan the Lomifala fishing, plan the Lomifala, you walk all of his, plot government or private sector. Plan de lo mivala li create them on business from all kata all some store, boat, pass, taxi, all not for area park and code Papa where you bless them mivala life. All different area I go and me give him mivala money. Therefore, eme mivala kara mi come the table drop him lo offering plate there me token lo hat lo mivala. Lo one where you bless them mivala lo him. I call Papa me for like prayer from offering more tithes here. Papa, you bless him so that money play him, Papa, him is have a use, lo fasten where you want them all time, from uplift him, kingdom for you the world. Dedicate them if like everyone where you give him, all kata give him, Papa, you help him all kata look sabe. Say giving him important, more him impart lo life here where you give him no me for God, Papa, dedicate them offering here with them life blow me for lo name blow you, Papa, pick any motapu spirit. If I pray also through the name of Jesus, we have teach him all disciple from him one family prayer. We have tell him all get the time you pray also. Our Father, which are in heaven, our Lord be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive them that trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Thank you too much. Sit down. Bye, you may take one prayer back again. Bye, pray local and thank you. More thing about not for man. Bye, me ask him, Elder Stephen Pong. Bye, me make him prayer. And then after prayer, bye, you may come to time long announcement.
Pray. Almighty everlasting Father in heaven, I come before you and I tell him thank you. Thank you from top to you. Top to you and we also consuming fire, top to you also crashing hammer. We pray, Heavenly Father, tell him thank you for every something. When you tell him don't be fly must live. You by you sustain up on you. Thank you one more time. Bless every nation here. We can talk to you. Bless every people to you. Or country. But if I always plant them seed, perfect seed where you let me talk to you. If I plant them for next generation, and some of the kind seed the bag where you market the fly must plant. Thank you one more time. Bless them committee, bless them everyone, Lord today. Remember you, Jesus, if I start praying.
Thank you, Lord. Prayer. Let me give you time long announcement.
You become long and long church service for me. Just want to tell them thank you again, long Pastor Leslie Pong. Good news for you sharing with them you me. From short notice, there is a come long leading service this morning. We tell them small little bit finish small program here by Jen Small. So by you may go ahead now along whenever we start long day alongside long 15-minute break here now you may cancel them now. So you may go ahead long every top where you may go and try and long so you may lunch about 1 o'clock. After long and so we got entertainment or one and come afternoon. We just want to tell them back and long you will say one you will say haram long morning yeah. Long quite group like you be and we Raljago ya now you be and we belong community long all and on top of my come now yeah also USB also language service department my top more long how my committee work long language go future from now yeah you got 6 all the entire language stuff here. So committee and we've been put on team long this year. Also way stuff long paper. So you may identify me with them language you may. So from why you work long this year you go. From the likely is a language from by lose. We will like stop singing, we will like try have little bit, and we will like stop try long for the new long manner. So from by you may go ahead long program that you may go by me ask them Dr. Howard countries. One might come on top now, yeah, long killing top.
Thank you very much. I want to tell him thank you too much for the invitation. Welcome, Revitalization. What did I ask him? Say they talk about history, and one big fella asked, say, from talk about history, you talk about every something. So we must think about now. One and now something where any important for link with them special day, yeah, commemoration day, and we choose 2 or 3 small topic. Small day, probably got 15 minutes no more. You buy small. Me no talk too much about or something where happened to Amber. We talk about another something where he happened to Tanya, where old man to Tanya, maybe only not been started. The old big fella event or big fella something even happened around the world, and me indirectly and sometime more, me touch him Vanuatu and me touch him island of Amber and Tanya. So we just want to give him one bigger picture. One and now me take place for Tanya. So, main topic we'll talk about me is about historical events at the time of the destruction of the Presbyterian mission on West Amber. Okay. Now, me on slide will be start with English no more, maybe try hard to explain an idea with me, so we hope say all right. Me focus time in the 19th century, in the 1800s, more first 2 decade 20th century, 1890s, turn of century, first decade, second decade, 2000 and 1913, and we start the second decade 20th century. Yeah? So Tanya, you look Tanya, where big fella event even happened Ambram. So what else happened? What else happened in the world? Yeah, where me affect them. Tanya, or maybe no future, it may have affect them. It looks like 1892, Robert Lamb, and we started work for him on mission, on big point. First hospital buildings, only finish them, 1896. And by touching more, we just go through quick time, the top area, that, yes. He got more detail by now, right? Missionary Lamb, he started translation work for him. Him out, him sick, him go back, him long time, him pass away in New Zealand. And Dr. John Boy, him replaced him Lamb, 1897. Work for mission, him go ahead, got full of something even happened a long time, yeah. You look low. Number 7 December 1913, volcanic eruption come, mission blood midpoint, heavy destroy. Yeah? So that's the time area where me focus. Hemi happen low Ambra, hemi happen low Vanuatu. They another fellow something they go ahead to. Yeah. One something where I think old man what time now, really aware of him. They one big fella event where he happened. World War I. Next year, 1914, World War I, he break out. Yeah. And him, just break out just him one day and he happened. Or something where him lead, he go ahead, he build up a World War I, he break out, him he stop go ahead for 2 or 3 decades before, right? So time, yeah, or something him he did go ahead, and eventually he got war. And him affected Vanuatu. From before World War I, he got full of competition between all different countries, Europe, Britain, France, Germany, Russia, also Long Pacific, Japan, and he stopped spread of influence by him. And from, he got all big man law Europe, all sabi say war by come, him me pushing Great Britain mo franis, two fella only agree, plus sit down, plus deal with them all problem where we stop between the country. From two fella only big fella rival go Casamama century before. But it looks like Latanya, you must find them one solution. One something in one area where only got problem all about the world, I mean colonial differences. And Vanuatu, New Hebrides, I mean one big fella problem go to the country. From we got all planter, missionary, fella group, only stop in one place. He got the competition, but who I should take over or no. Anyway, only decide, sit down, find them solution. 1906, only sign them convention law, only establish them the condominium, the Anglo-French condominium of the New Hebrides. So 1906, 7 years before the eruption, condominium is stand up. And on 1914, only make them change from a convention, only got one protocol, and him final procedure will run him condominium New Hebrides. So you look straight Lotania, condominium, where he finished now, they hemi stand up. So anyone big fella something, for sure, or man amrun, only no ben sabi, one and now it happened, but hemi happened. Okay. And of course, World War I, he may affect them Pacific. France Great Britain only joined New Hebrides. But Latvia, Germany, he one colonial power of Pacific. He lose them colony for him. Samoa, he out. New Zealand, he take over. New Guinea, one part of New Island of New Guinea where Germany holding him, he lose, he go to Australia. Nauru, he go to Australia. And all Micronesian islands, he go to Japan. So you look, oh, big fella, something may happen in Latvia, Long Pacific. You know, all man will play that. For sure, we don't been it, but no future, we got big fella influence. Now, another fella, something where Hemi really stop your news today, and we start plenty man only talk about, and then we want something where Hemi really got one big fella influence on islands from Melanesia. Along with the missionaries, we got one other fella development way. Today you may not think about too much, you know, from him he has finished and all man will involve him or you know stuff. But time you study, time you look at history, time you read them all documents, time you read about all missionaries, what all missionaries all they write about. Latanya in the 19th century, has some first decade, 20th century, he got full up man Melanesia, Vanuatu, Solomon, with them some of Papua New Guinea, only recruit, only go overseas for work. You may stop down today, same, you know, we got the same something way happened. Okay, and it didn't happen 1 century ago. Okay, and him be very controversial. From Latvia, him be, you know, organized good, or you know, control him good, and he got big fella discussion, big fella controversy about one of them being happen in Latvia. But just Latvia, he got a different place where all man only recruit to go. Queensland and Australia, he go start 1860s, Kassam 1908. Over 40, almost 40 years. All man long Pacific, especially Vanuatu and Solomon Islands, only go Queensland long Pacific, long Australia. Latvia, Queensland, I mean just one separate colony in Australia. Another destination, I mean Fiji. Plenty of Fiji, especially Solomon and Vanuatu, only go Fiji. Kassam 1911. You look how they recruit Kassam into the 20th century. Samoa, especially from Germany. So all recruits only come out German Solomon Islands, go Samoa, and plenty only no ben sabi say full up in New Caledonia. Over 12,000 Vanuatu only recruit Latvia, he go work on New Caledonia. So him one big fella something. Lord only estimates say look for that 40, 50 years, over 60,000 man or woman only come out of Melanesia only go work all place. Yeah, now we and then he got one big fella impact. You take a, you, Lotanya, population is not put down. They full up, you think about how much man you take them out low village, take them out low community, and it got effect. Another fella something, time only come back, only bring them or full up something to go inside low community, only bring them knowledge, experience, or say. Now the problem is heavy controversial from process flow recruiting. Recruiting, anyone in your same one. You go back to 1860s, you don't got any money sabi one and work overseas. Australia, particularly Australia, but Fiji too, Latanya, only need a labor. So only look say, hey, you got full of man, lo Pacific, lo Melanesia, you can go find them. But time old boat, lo recruit, only come only know, you know, sabi, you know, got one internet, will come say, hey, come go to one good fellow plantation in Australia. Only know sabi. And him making him really one rubbish time the labor trade from only some recruit only steal a man only kidnap a man only german or man and so today especially you had them full of talk about this time and it's true way true from you got one ship he comes stop low passage. One man he come some man or he come low boat, he go shore. Or they know something tell him, explain, say, come work with him, he fell low one plantation, no Queensland. Now he not got anything think about it. So they've been tricking plenty man. Or they say, come low boat, we're gonna give him something on you. Time only come low boat, or they go down, or they lock him, sail away. Okay. So him one really bad time, low labor trade, low period, low recruitment. He dangerous, he violent. Sometimes time only stop stealing man. He create them violence law island. He got plenty man only dead or they shoot him dead. All islander with them all white man too. Only dead no time. I mean one violent period. And plenty of report will come out one time. Yeah, especially on missionary from a missionary. It's not only right say, hey, you look. Only steal a man. Only enslave a man. So. Reputation blow, labor recruiting low time, yeah, he look good true. Or ship too, he dangerous, unhealthy. Only no look out them good, plenty money dead no ship, sick, and life on plantations, life he no good, he hard, he no got good control. You know, saying today where you or RSE go down on New Zealand, only got one good fellow who died here, or Australia. They low time, yeah, no. So reputation below labor trade, any really negative what time. What happened eventually, something he stopped, cool down a little bit. The reason, he changed a little bit, slow, by the 1870s, 1860s, and we started 1870s. He stopped negotiate or procedure had been changed. And then we changed from one become something. Or recruit, or they stop come back. Or they stop come back. Or they come back plenty with them all trade goods. Or they come back with them full of story about life law, Bundaberg or Mackay or Townsville or what. Man only have him say, hey, only no disappear. Only no go forever. Only stop come back. So slow recruiting process for labor go overseas. It may stop come more easy. From man only look say, only understand. Say, hey, me no one, we fella no just disappear, only no steal me. Hey, me one job. And by the 1870s, 80s, 90s, full up man only recruit, only agreeable recruit. There were always problems. Throughout the time he got violence, throughout the time only got money dead. From him, only no control of good. But the process flow, or man only recruit, go work for plantation overseas, heavy change. You don't necessarily go steal a man. And what happened? He got one system, one recruiter they come, or they stop, or man only come down low shore. And he got one system law exchange. You give him something law family, you give him something law man, and man he become law ship. So make me one regular system law make them recruits. They got problem too because slowly, or he got old man only one and go yeah. They may make a problem inside no village. From you look too much money out, or man no village, or they say, or young fella they go. Full of young fella they want them go. Look Queensland. They want them look walk out. And plenty family law island only no like them too much time. Or young fella they go. From plenty time, family will tell them no. They're young fella they sleep around. Or night time only go shoot. Another fella too. Another something too. Or woman yeah. Or plenty or woman now. Only one and go. From maybe he got one special friend where plenty only married with him, maybe one older man, or like him one young fella. He got plenty story where all women only make him one pact, or they make him one agreement with him one friend, or they sleep out one night, or they jump on ship and they go to Queensland. So him he make him plenty money no like it, make him problem no village, problem no family. But the main thing is, shows us that, you know, after a while, only no must steal a man, only want him go. Even though heavy hard work, even though plenty, no come back, but only want him go. Just quickly, only been try hard blow regulate them. They never really regulate them good. You got Queensland, he passed some one legislation law. 1868 Queensland Labor Act, law tribal controlling. He got work good. Only tribal put them one agent. He got all recruiting ship. Only won't look say only really recruit fair. Only steal a man one. In 1872 Britain too him he tribal controlling, and back again in 1875. He never really control them good. They only put them agent. He got a ship. Blow safeguard, blow make sure all man only know or the go fair. He always whole time he got problem. He never clean. He never completely good. But him he much more complicated than simply all man only kidnap a man only enslave a man go. You know also. Next one. I'll say Mitalam. This after 1875 it changed. All man only look say, if suppose you go recruit, you cast them all trade good, especially only like them on gun or rifle. Only go work a lot of Queensland, work a lot of Fiji, time only come back, only use the money while they winning, go pay them all trade goods. Give me one good big fella something lo tanya. Or say Mitala, maybe I'll say one adventure. Full up young fella, only want to go walk about. And in some cases, slow, one rite of passage. You one young fella, you recruit, you go. Same today, young fella, you must come to Villa, walk about, go back. Okay? Same something. And interesting too, they'll show him say how now only direct them recruiting process. He not just one-sided, he not just all recruiter, only control him every something. Slow now. All man or woman only influence them recruiting process. Only choose them ship, yeah. Only savvy say ship, yeah, any one good one, or any one bad one. Another one only choose them place flow recruit. Favorite place Australia. Only not like them Fiji, only not like them New Caledonia. Hard work, only don't treat them good. But Australia, work, he got some more money. Molly Haram say, any more interesting will go. So if anyone, if a recruiting ship if become, depend on ship. Who? Master plus ship. Let me go where? Or laborers, or they choose. Or they decide, say, yes, we go with him or no. And another fellow something, Basham say, how now all man or woman we only recruit, only stop control them system, yeah? But if I am not plenty, only come back and only recruit again. Only recruit, but go back again. So suppose him he one enslavement, or suppose him he one really way something he no good through. From one and only go back. So plenty only recruit 2 or 3 times. And one interesting thing is time only come back, but it change. Plenty blow yang pala. We go, stop, 3 years, come back, come back. Only carry more new fella skill or new fella idea where he land them overseas. And one something in particular, plenty only work with them on mission overseas. And only carry new fella think lo side lo Christianity, come back lo Vanuatu. You got 2 fella laborers, only come back lo Ambai, only carry church. Only come back, only ask a missionary long Australia, only come establish a Church of Christ from Ambai. Or laborers only make it. For laborers. And we just find them by chance. We read them, yeah. This was a report from Presbyterian Report about Ambram. In its heathen state, Ambram has derived some benefits from the labor traffic. The Christian laborers of Miss Young and others of Bundaberg have taken root in the hearts of their scholars. As a result, some of the Ambram young men, on returning hither, have been trying unaided to build churches and evangelize their own countrymen. Though unable to accomplish much, the effort has been very real. So you know, some recruiters, some laborers where they've been go, only convert law Australia, only come back, only try hard law, build them up, Christian mission, this time, and it happened on part, I'll say. And just to conclude, just talk about the end of the labor trade. You look on date when we give them you. Well, in the big event in Australia, only pass some legislation, must only deport them. Only want them deport them every Melanesian labor where they stop Australia. I mean, one change and only talk about white Australia policy. You got all politics, no time now. Only time say no. We got one white society must get rid of all these people. Way that come. And only pass a law. And in 1905, only deporting all labor where they stop. Plenty only hide. Plenty only no come. Plenty go. They some me hide. Some me don't want to go. And again, you look say you show say, well, plenty of laborers having one opportunity where they don't want them to give them up. So today, you look, you got a big community, those South Pacific Islanders along Australia. Plenty only come outlaw community where only no return, no time. Okay, no first decade war, 20th century. So. Lot time now where you may talk about the volcanic eruption where or something law for sure inside the community it got full up all laborers well it been come back well it been work law Australia or it been work law Fiji or it been come back or they join the community back again. So Hemi wants something as we tell them say Hemi disappeared a little bit from think about one influence blow get that but he got influence. Or they carry something of knowledge or experience, or they come back to a community, or they share them all out. So, one something to think about. Besides, you got some old fella who way on the story him he passed down and he come through the year. But him one big fella something where happened what time ya blow volcanic eruption ya. He influence some life of Vanuatu, Solomon Islands in particular to fella country. And no more, just when I'm saying, tell about one something where you start thinking about, where maybe one another fella factor, one another fella influence, where it happened one time. Okay, thank you. Thank you much.
Thank you, Howard Andres. Howard, it's been a full of time of another. I think that you may have a story and blame me. Just saw him say, you must have a history. So you must have encouraged you with a more young fellow. So you got cultural center a long way, you got USP, but full of book. You must have a read long, study all history below you mean. Today you must have one following history belong Ambram, they got history belong another something too. So by me something by quite I cannot listen to no try make up the you may not sleep. The guy by come here. We got not about long history too. By you got Chitlan, by coming after twice season. And we talk alongside long on events, alongside long volcanic eruption there, they must have long book. So we take them talk all over lot, we just try to start long story and the so I may come after long boy. Sorry, me. You just ask him, we'll get a long story or no? Look long program there. There's nobody me ask him. Me ask him, Chief Land. Something sort of top way.
Sorry, I think firstly I want to apologize. We never give one talk law for it law all man where only so well educated more status law the law side law education and we high with him Junior Narawan. So me feel him sample a little bit. So I suppose me slow a little bit. Please you be patient with me. Firstly, me want them take them time lo tell them thank you lo committee lo ni sa take them effort The information lo yumi, sorry, me just arrived yesterday. Committee only been trying base, lo, we must come, lo, me part with them, this Remembrance Day celebration where you stop together the day. So, me say only try base, lo, if possible, lo, me say come yesterday, lo, me represent them all family, lo, yumi lo island, lo, me say start with them, yumi today. And before me start them oral history, where by me tegam with them yumi, me want them me clear yumi no more say story and we bambay me present them lo this Remembrance Day, this 7 December 2014. Have me know one story where me want me just up trying base lo me up story and we bambay me talk about. And historian were great grandfather hemi been talk about lo grandfather and grandfather hemi been talk about lo baba late Chief Wilibong Matur and baba hemi related lo mi and historian now bamba mi try base lo mi capture everyone lo megam say yumi all family lo lon wol sposi sam lo yumi we only no chance lo only sabe some so small part lo history lo yumi lo time lo very important time ya we mi stop to get at the table remember him tete hemi one good for a chance lo yumi. So before me start the moral history where me kat lo present them lo yumi lo today we want them to take time ya lo acknowledge them presence lo Dr. Howard Fantris where me just give him one historical talk lo yumi finish and me take time ya to lo acknowledge them presence lo Dr. Robert Early and Honorable invited guest wali staff bersama Tawayan TV narawalnya Ceries Rom otem Joe and staff and former speaker of parliament bikat di Falahona lo sabe stana lo fore lo yuhala lo sabe kiri moral history lo distraction lo don wol hospital lo Sunday number 7 December 1913. By me start them talk lo mi olsem. Firstly, by me start off olsem MC Blue mi askem ol kata lo ostom. Yoli na stablo plesya might pas posi ol kata. Okay, hemi just come by hemi just come after lo mi. Ol ka yumi sabe se ol kata lo ostom. Ol kata oli by mitalem by symbol sem all kita all scientists we only sabe symbol machine lo sabe rhythm all what time only sabe talem straight what time by one volcano hemi era or all kind natural disaster sem pero before lo time lo fala or something hemi no bin cut so hemi sam fala area wo pambay mitas little bit lo hem lo hauna lo fala oli bin sabe se pambay volcano hemi kam and one something do by mitas little bit lo hem hemi lo side lo history lo yumi lo wol something wo hemi bin lita we kam ko sem lo side lo custom or megam one high chief hemi bin cross after Begam se history hemi historian hemi staff se hemi bin singaw tem volcano come down. So maybe hemi some historian wo bambay mita chem little bit lo yumi. Me understand se yumi mega more celebration so something way no good way been happen yumi got all the conciliations with this stuff. So I got something where hemi strong lo might yumi talemol pe yumi stablo time se ibut se yumi talemol lo public lo from hemi concern yumi everyone hemi no something we hemi concern me one with them family lo mi lo wakon no hemi something we hemi affect yumi everyone so ibut se yumi everyone yumi sabe exactly what no hemi been happen lo time ya okay or Also where Professor Howard hemi mentioned earlier on, lo olya 1860s. Lo olya 1860s. Ikam hemi been one period lo time where all sandalwood, all man sandalwood, treaties, all plantas, all black winters, all been come. All katada all been stop come first time lo new British lo time ya. Time all stop come. Time all stop come first time lo new British lo time ya. All stop karem something ikam. Lo literate with them all natives lo yumi. Now one mean something where all been come up with them lo time ya hemi all masket. All masket. Time where Lon Wall Hospital hami na pin pil tabiat the history hami sa mistab sel Lon Wall time na ibin ka all wala ibin hole basket finish. From all man all black weathers all manually kam karemol lebaras ikolo Queensland all kam all kimol basket all wala. So lo time na history Lon Wall time hami sa se all tribes. Samia spesialisan ku ta MC Hemiriti mau ten Nasara. Lo tanya ol Nasara ya samfala olipin sta fight lo akan semol kita. Dalam se samfala relationship when nobin kultumas. Kokoi kam lo one time we one ol bula we kam lo Nasara lo Eron neblehem pakon. All black weathers only been come to them we go Queensland. Because spend them a few years in Queensland and then time we have stop come back. We come back. Time we see we have come Angalo Lon Wall. Sorry, excuse me. Time see when we come Angalo Lon Wall. Time ya been cut one fight is stop between Olman Lon Wall with them Olkatan Tablobus. Suppose Mr. Explain more why Mr. Olman Lon Wall by him take them long for a time bargain. But you understand him no more some say fight been stop with them Olkatan Lon Wall with them. All kita lo narasite lo Krakow from all kita lo wall olipin sutum one straight metano lo kita belum merak one nakamala sem one Nasara lo narasite finish ala kam lo side lo Krakow after time oli sutum straight metano lo kita ya all fight di pistapo. Time oli sta fight ko sta sutum lo kita with temol basket we all treaties only come to him lol kita. Straight lo time ya, pakon hemi come back lo Queensland. Time pakon hemi come back lo Queensland, sip hemi come angka lo Lon Wall. Pakon hemi establish it, ilu ko lo sandwich, be all kita lo Lon Wall oli halo lo basket, oli stop walk out lo sandwich. Oli stop walk out lo sandwich. One thing kami pin kam lo pakon lo time ya se story mitale mor se pakon time lu ko lo sandwich lu ko lo lo mi lo stawo ko lo sandwich kami pin sa finish se paike pa hemite so time we all group lo pot oli putumol lakes blem ko lo pot oli bulo lakes blem first time ko so pakon istalo sibian. Time wali ko karamo lakis blem wali butung mulo ko sandwich ale on istabul ko ba lo tegam ba ko ni kamso now ba ko ni stablosi no mo be ilu ko olol wala oli karam nal oli kilimol pokis blem wal pepa blem wal close blem wini stablo lem lo sandwich emi so sebe ba hemi ko so ya ko so lo from tet blem so wana mo hemi haben hemi no been fried from that we hemi so we Hawat hemi mention finish hemi bin ko Australia hemi bin confederate Australia hemi kaba Then we hemi kolobo di stop so blos perem sandwich hemi karem Bible blehem ibu tuman tabla head blehem. Then we put this perem sandwich be Bible blehem istaban tabla head blehem hemi stanap kolo try sandwich. After put the out istako baklo sit hemi stanap tu or kola blomi wala. One emblehem war meleun, one emblehem tinbu all descendants blem all bola kata ya war meleun sposi yumi loilan yusavelo all prata icheslus lu straight abu blem war meleun tahu ba kon mistas tanablo sandwich tu bola tu lairon from war meleun hemis tumba bakon lo tu bolet pe hemis tas tanap from Bible is talo headlem tu bolet di fasulem pe bakon in volta is tas tanap after lok balo tinbu hemis ses holem nal liron from ibu planem nal lo headlem ses volta okay lo time we bakon is ses kilian now tribal war is ses kam was qualified from Teplo Pakon. All kata everyone on top. Pratairon all kata. So miulay one, no history miulay one. You only been move on, miulay finish, only go separate. All everyone on top ya, qualified with them all kolablo miula town. Inu mo kat way lost of yung fight ya. Now lo time ya tu, time mo Pakon ibin ko lo Queensland. One all kolablo miula bagan, great grandfather, straight great grandfather blomi. Wur na yung narulanem lehem bong wapon time ko Queensland ko patay sinem lehem Willie manaw time we all just teram nem lehem wur na itu hemi bin ko Queensland happy ko conflicted he come back now time we all 5 lo from Teplo Pakon hemi stop ko hemi come back now him now one lol men one where hemi try lo talk with them wingi mal when narkola nemble hem mal fan humo suppose you listen lo one sing where kurublo string ban blocken suloli sing oli mention mal fan humo him now one men man where hemi be stop try lo talk lo wingi mal se oli mas try lo find one way out lo fight ya hemi must stop from all family no mo ya oli stop fight. So lo time ya bungi malo malfan gumbo hemi bin giving one custom letter kalau one missionary we stalo aulua lo malakula sorry no mo before batem name rantolong sulnor besau lo ka suru de sene hang bane missionary la teru aulua de tiliral nga ngate ni hang bala tok way ko wetem custom letter ya custom letter mi no item lo seblo yumi custom letter olol pelablo bibo di karem leaf semua one got one specially blame one got one specially blame ikar winimal o malfan gumah mi karem specially blame ikivim kolo missionary lo malakula tok we hemi sendem wetem custom letter ya hemi talem se lo language se lolten beme Ino saya se lolten by lobis lama lolten na minim se peace or love or good falafasin ikam. Mano tok we unimal hemi bin sendem we tem custom letter ikolo missionary we hemi bin stalo auluan. So time we tok ya hemi kasem missionary. From missionary hemi stalo aul lo malakula hemi sabe little bit finish pakara lo custom letter bitaw we custom letter hemi full town lo han blem hem now hemi ches ko item we all same we hemi to star item now ya tok lo ya malfan ko mo ngi mal hemi ches ko item lo black and white after I send them with them Libya kasem New Zealand or somewhere you look lo slide finish now time now New Zealand hemi ches send them tok talam hemi ka where hawat hemi tegam yumi finish 1892 hemi start lo build them hospital lon wall And 1896, first hospital have been complete. And the time where hospital have been complete, lot wala time no been kat hospital na mo, been kat medicine school too. Been kat medicine school too. All big nini, all big tega all big nini lo yumi lo area lo lon wal whatever katalo too, whatever katalo kali mermer lo wala pita all kata, sama straight abu blehem all kataya. Oli every man oli bin base lo lon wal ya, lo time we talk ta hemikam. Oli tega every man all wal ya, round lo kore ko ya. Everyone only been come and stop lo pleasure. I been kat blanda bing nino come school lo pleasure. Okay, story hemi show him say lo one Sunday. All bing nini lo school. All been ko lo megam worship antablo village plateau. Oli ko lo megam worship antablo village plateau. Time we only worship finish only stakamba. One lol nasarawe Eron hemi mentionem hawo mal neor hawo san ne patikmal neblehem patikmal tambu ko konas blem hemi bin stana bantap lo road we hemi ko lo tu bantap suppose you pass cross antabe you sabe place wo bisa tokon ko konas blem hemi stana bantap so time wal binino li ko wase finish lo sande oli stakamba oli kambe from yumilo amrem tambu ko konas tapu yumi no stablo tambu faya ya pa yumi kusumahan lo ko konas ya mai tapu ko tawu ni stablo tambu faya ya no mo pambayo ni sabe tring ko konas ya me oni kamya oni lo kol custom liga limlar ne mal ko temol hibiscus tambu hibiscus blema istana pul salos tamba blema after katem tambu ma sign blem stablo tamba bloko konas ya pe oni kamya oni tingna Oli kami sama wani kelai mu kuantap kate molbi wala pandel bloko konasia silakan di tahun olbi ini oli setahun hormol ko konasia ol tambu ko konasia oli kate molbi tering oli kate beragam oli kakai blem after oli tering oli novlatem oli fasem kut kusum mud lehem oli beragam oli tambu di blehem oli fasem kut oli sem flawa oli kutuman naplo solna oli sing ko tahun lo mesin lo lon wol Wokot time we music kasem patikman lo hawo iharem no good after all lar fala tambu faya we libin stablo so yumilo amram time statalem ba yuse all lar fala tambu faya we libin stablo sem tambu faya lo patikman time we diharem se all bin di blo school oli tamecem tambu ko konasya from lo custom labron time we tamecem become nothing now. So you make them say you got status tabu status siapa kan? Ini tim people yes you must perform something bagan belum make them say you can nampak status belum you bagan. So lain belum tabu faya wali bisa lo faya belum patik mal round lo sampai everyone only haram no good. Only haram no good be only holem tay di staff. Only holem tay di staff koko kasem narvola something where me happen time where hospital hemi been set up okay tokta hemi toktalam hemi kam hemi staff mega work blehem few years hemi ko semua ibe haraviri hemi sik hemi ko tokta bawu hemi been staff save lo one small hospital lo hokaba lo isan to time na oli autem tokta bawu lo Pokaba oli muhum hemi kam 13 blotok talam. Time hemi kam 13 blotok talam, hemi stop. Okay, hemi stop continue belum megam work le one seles. Be one something we hemi stop, time we tok ta hemi bin kam. Be olol bola belum bola, malvan gumo wingi mal sorry, seman ya, neblehem katune. Malvan gumo awane mal mal meleun temol nar lawannya ol kata oli nobin confident oli acceptem to kata ikam be oli tim straight place where nasara blol kata mi bin stablehem to kata usual stone blo tambu ya blol kata build hospital hem be oli move out oli ko settle nar place where oli stablo full custom yet So when we have stop time we talk about we have become is tawo ko temol narfola native we only come back to Queensland ya. Isa terakhir we confete mol kita ko one time we manage floor. I confete mol kita. Na only butung one day. Only butung one day supposed me right I think law number 2 December 1913. Tapi one day where Olivin talemor le every man lo sambrem even ko kasablono tambrem story na misam se sablono tambrem tu Olivin kam witnessing we olol flaglo mi vela Mr. Dukol flagol fred stop stone lo we wanol flag lo khona nemblem ol flag bensiman lo khona pasta one boat play bin stop hem tu even tegam saman lo no tambrem Olivin kam lo wol tambe lo witnessing olol flag lo mi vela oli full town lo tambu faya. Solo time ya, lotte we oli butumia tokta hemiko itega mol olol flablo mina every mal ya ol log galo ya everyone oli kolo house blo tokta. Tega mol kota kolo house blo ko ikatem he blo kata. Ikome mustas blo kata. Ikarem lava ikivim blo kata oli parpar ler after ikivim lot sama lol kata inside the house plan. Then we give him lot sama inside the house plan finish. Only come outside. Or semi men sena may laron se. Tiya only pintalema de human only harem. After only come lo witness him. So lo tiya lo wala time I me doing one people at only make them kakai from ya. Suppose you look lo slide lo way ya. That some way clear more emia. We look at white road emi rononsen. After you rononsen, we go straight down the Solwara. Now story me tell them say, Fulham road way run the forest hospital. Long Fala road ya. What them me way go down the Solwara ya. Only second one live lap. Fulham long Fala road ya. After you go down the Solwara. After only go to only reti lokakai. Only every man only stop. Time way. Toktai kiwim lot sama lol kata finish si pura wate mol kata after iliti mol kata ika mau side. Time we iliti mol kata ika mau side pe from time ya wingi mal fan mo hem now hem bin lantolong sulap sa na be wingi mal ngati holo wele ruin time wala. Lon wol. Wingi mal muru mo ngame mjilinga te mame sarang lo line lol kakaya ika tolman we only no even kenem create nothing lo custom after ika tol woman we temol big ni only stone time we mal hemi ka mau side ipusumhan ko lo ol kakay we lo right side lehem we temlo left side lehem we all woman all big ni we temol tineriman only stone lo only reti lo kakay we mal ipusumhan go itegam kakay after ipusumhan ko anta after imega wanti declaration lo time ya italem lo language lo yumi lo we minasa se pa italem lo changol se wan be lo language lo no se ya huyere ya mariere lo lajim ro ihunga minim se all man all woman tete yumi kamwan after ikarem hibiscus karemot hibiscus lo red tambu hibiscus lo yan isagam ko lo iblo kakaya ikakaya after same kakaya hem kakaya lo hen o woman o kakaya o bignen o kakaya everyone o kakaya minim se ol customer nya o full town lo tambu faya inomokat lo afternoon lo same day ya time we all kata na resign lo kereko mo temol kata anta bo ko ba ol kata no to lisap ko ba katuan chief lo yumi anta lingmal and binas game se you like ko after Raljago limme ka mol semwanem after one lol ka tanta bitalem len se no you like ko be Raljago di gol town lo custom di gol town lo tambu faya time di harem se Raljago di gol town lo tambu faya ol malo di gol town lo tambu faya every customer-nya everyone di harap nakut bahagan. Ice sate mapahagan, di harap nakut ini suram tampu kokonas lo patimal. The same time yan mo lingmal hemi sendem tok lehem. Se yulay ko talem lo yahutalon wol se wobung lim. Number 5 days. Pai mi ko kamaud lol kata. Exactly na number 5 days hemi 7 December. Early morning, when kanu hemi come down, direct na hospital, konem hospital. Hemana hemi sample story concerning why, more how, or something hemi been ko about lo. For kanu hemi been destroy hospital alone wall. Narwala something me want to mention a little bit. Hemi how all people are living escape. Before destruction lo 1913 time we talk hemi stab lo wall. Some halaman wali some lo follow yumi wali bin kambak lo Queensland. Wali kambes wotem tokta wali stab small time lo place after tokta stab sente motol kata. Now one now hemi alik mage hemi kran fatablo ol falailda pitabong. Tokta hemi bin sendem hem lo ya early 1900 ya hemi bin ko stop se finish lo makan. Narawan hemi pasta chemis kaum hem tu hemi bin ko lo Queensland. Hemi bin kambak tokta hemi sendem hem ko lo notice lo wilit bay bin ko fesem some problem little bit lo we after just movie kambak in case with them alik mage lo makan. Narwala something where hemi very interesting lo samlo mivola all victim lo destruction ya. Hemi how mivola istafole mol history lo mivola lo side lo custom. For example, mivola lo wakon before volcanic eruption lo 1913 ya. Custom relationship. Olol vola lo mivola olipin stakato connection finish with them olol fulap lo fanu lo notambrem begam se taiwe eruption lo 1913 ya olman oli ronronol baut be that place is stabilis relationship with stabilis example eronol kata olol fulap lol kata olipin kat connection with emol kata lo nobul was pos you ko lo tambrem provincial headquarter lo tambrem mista lo nobul ol kata olipin kat connection with emol bola lo place ya ol kata lo melbongon ol kata olipin kat connection with em one village and inland village neblem likon so time eruption time we only look at web place block be this is straight no mo probably katol custom relationship ini darwana mi ol kata lo margen lo time we eruption be only go straight lo lonwar darawana mi ol katap lo kali uche bubi ol kata only go straight lo fona ol kata lo ran wele kono only go straight lo melwa siwi bin ko lo harimal ol kata lo falibiak only bin ko straight lo hal from all custom all vala exchange lo custom even stop before 1930 na megam sa relationship even strong after sa moli rin kata mol kata sa moli kam sa bayi mitalem sa only kam sista nasarafin isa so time we rin kasi problem be only kan narvala side lo kata ista we only postere plus only save land so you look him how pigman hemi bin prepare all place flow time what distraction he come be all man blehem pa di save lehem yumi no bin sabe be after the distraction you bisa start realize him say no pigman hemi prepare all place flow yumi start so pa yumi tabi makasang problem be pa yumi save lehem so time we alik mabe wotem chemis kam tu hulai space lo magam tu hulai karem tu hulai just karemba olman lon wol liko lon wana sarawul bawo dia everyone will just come back lo makam bagan we megam se makam hemi just come one very strong Presbyterian machine lo lo notambre. Kami turu lo tu lo ya, alif make wetem. Semi sekau. Narvala something when we want to mention a little bit. Say time we lo eruptionnya olmano lino bin ron straight. No samo libin tegam long vala choni little bit. Samo libin kolo Pentecost, samo li kolo Malakula, samo li kolo Pama, samo li kolo even few li kolo Epi. Where we place the tribe lo traga biet lo find out say where place only restablem from we like bisum olgata. Pe story na misam say samlo mi wala lolon wala wana sara samlo olgata libin small libin kolo Epi. Okay time where people la group na libin kolo Malakula. Sip hemi trobe olgata straight lo black sand lo narasay lo lamak. Only stop lo lamak small time after we move kolo one small place bagan nemblem bartapo. Just kalau sablel bet after time wali orang parta po yana wali orang we kolotisman. So time wali kolotisman suppose you kolotisman lo all fala village pa you kolu one anda karon well we only tikim. All man lo tisman oli you kolo you sa kunta anda karon well we bisa ta mention and time wali all fala only tikim wali kutum nem lo anda karon well se kudu ma pangwakon. Ami grandfather lo olvala. From him now time we lo distraction ya, kami tega molman oli ron kolom malakolo oli ko triple bot ya ko. Time we oli come back pe oli ko straight lo ranon. Oli ko straight lo ranon from malfan ko mo wingi mal kami bin tega woman ranon. So oli ko base small with them small time with them angelol kata family lo anggal cipai sak war with them war all kata ya no because they problem place avenis after this stop move so slow ko all place when we stop lehem now ya so hemi now hemi samfala brief talk we mi wande megam about distraction law hospital and sorry one something which is forget to mention law Sunday December number 7 1913 time where before where lava heavy flow in town lo next day blehem olol fala only been started timol sign blehem finish when something pa happen so lo time ya before number 7 December, I think lo number 6, number 5, number 6. Olor pala oleh starting team some sign finish lo ne chal sami mention bol kata lo stom. Oleh sta yusum ol masin lo ritim. Bay olor pala tu oleh sta yusum ne chal lo ritim. So lo time story and hamita le maut se olor pala tapaya ritil he wo ne madam. Antolong sulgap saw. Oleh bin look wa time where you milo island time where volcano you want them fire up. Employee come down because one long for the cloud where you know big one too much suppose you where you look you start look jet blend where you start fly you start look one smoke where you wait behind them where you wait we won't maro mijirula the fact that sinerulon bulu marom te ponerun mehatiya te konone urlon weruba straight Mumbai ko. You mean sabe I think from is if them Bible or something ay behenay pasantap. Maybe one cloud way pasantap. Lo night cloud ya hemi red. Te runel te lao runelino. Okay, one something we all fala all bin start team lo time ya se lo time ya all pitching all bin start sing out. Lo night time go pitching na sing out ya be pitching sing out finish. Stop small in a long time missing out pakan non-stop. All talk to sema. All talk kuliya le roi. All foul lo libin sta ko antap lo lisilip lote in long time ikam pa taon pakan. In long time kumakan tap lo isilip. Pero hup sinasign. They sign lo yele ngetapayo le role he te ka he se hudla be barwe. So through all sign now, maybe so all fala libin sign finish by one something hemi happen. So lo history hemi soem se lo time we volcano hemi ches kam taon ino bin kat tumas man hemi tet ino bin kat tumas man hemi lus lo time samo li ches lus no mo from oli panik oli no mo sabe how wada mo tu solwarai bin hot Pone nga nga timi nga metaw yel ko rom kuri befante to tak pili ne wayel nga rom kulinan pongwapon tangaw Pablo pastaruben makekon hamtu mi bistase wotem dokta lo time ya lo mi bistab lo number 77 1930 nya ol kata ya oli takara bolman butu mal kata lo sip Koko bet dokta hemi sorry tumas lo hospital story hemi dalam macam se dokta hemi sorry tumas lo hospital ite kam bolman koko ta way finish him after hemi roni boba ki ko insya hospital isaram to ko sabi sai wanem se ba hemi det wotem hospital sorry be ol kata oli wet koko se oli luk se hemi no sta kamba after oli ron forom koko be oli holem to be dokta ilogam to inside Or pala tangaw na iprogram to. Or pala tangaw iprogram to kan saya di bulum to ta di tarakam bulum kolosip. Tamo to ta ilef tema play bulum kolosip bol semya be. Payai kaurama put hospital one time. After betaw di stasiun lo sta kolomalagula. So bilbilan metal mo yan ka saruan nga number 1 bihan nam nalutong bisisibong ha. Ating mino touch every something. But at least lo brief history wo mi relative lo yumi lo tete hemi soem se lo number 77 1913 lo morning even ko kasem lo afternoon yumi ol tena sarawe yumi mention or maybe one sarawe yumi mestem yumi no mentionem yumi wo yumi ol member lo nasaraya lo tete you stop together blow you may remember him how try me machine him the time when lava him be stop blow come down so look ya ga jamar jele ero rem te jibe te jele ro ga ul rom ku yaur rindinan telal don jeka ga parone vive ero tum te bana blow only push from ship se who by colossi first time from ship is small maybe one boy karem one canoe way no blow from se Masron from life, boy still canoe lo narawan. From lo time ya, sorry mi mestem lo mi tegem one because lo Presbyterian Church Istalo Island, I think population lo wal time ya, hemi round about 8,000. Sem all tenasara plus all kita we only been staff inside lo mission. Everyone have been someplace around 8,000. So trying think about 8,000 at time where lava have come down. Only run both from lava come down. How much? Something around 8,000. Everyone only run from Solwaraya. From something is Tapanta Vika. You must have run Ipanta. One way no more you must run from Solwara. So story me Talematu says some Solwara no more from Iho Tumas. Some only just take no more from fuel, take no more from Molicolo Solwara where Iho Tumas. Time where lava hemi kasem solwara. So bilbilan metahal. En time gale angsul tutu ye. Erfisem cincenan garlang. Bilang ang marwan ng kesul. Lagali sumro tane wa panggalit ban. Sumro rin naman ang sulubele tulong aji buruan kamarin. Geographical features flow wall now ya in a mall sem before volcano blow 1913 ya it change totally geographical view blow wall before hemino pinol sem where you to start on lobot now you to start ulu come so you to start too much in no good way no good the one something where you me present what no more from message flow yang wahami bin stable on wall. Lantolong sulu kabesaw lo kasumro sa sebunan he tolo ya aku kang tolo nengene. Pone kang teng ne hospital. Faya iponem hospital. Petok lo hyper way bin stop lo hospital ipi stablo lan wal faya ino bin ponem tokya fol kenuya hemi bin wan mechanism way hemi jes megam se hospital jes preta oti ko lol na fala area ko finishing put we sambrem finishing put no tambrem late me every place menau megam se plande yumi life tete stop through lo power block hospital we hemi spread out due to distraction blow 7 December 1913. So ating pambay mi no bunung time lo yumi tumas yumi katolon la program mi stabiet pe all family all distinguished guests thank you tumas lo attention blow everyone. Siwa.
Thank you, Chief Lan. Hindi may aram, suppose you bisa talk about history, or may you bisa go all day today, but you like that long haram, but and it's very interesting long haram history long, you mean long world. Lan ko Chief Lan, and we talk a little bit later, we got long last story. While you may stop me, tell them small so may continue no more, to kasi program finish. Let me just something back. By you break now, yeah. You got full of talk every stop. By you break half an hour, you go long way. You got kakai, you got refreshments long way. And then by you come back long 2 o'clock. So some your right level. The day every time long, you know, like celebrate them. Some volcanic eruption long 1913 years. So when you like start long finishing good programming. We hope that you will all invite guests, but by pay with them you be. You got the 10 minutes long afternoon. So okay, sorry. One small change bag, and I think was Tom just arrived. Somebody give him one talk bag again. And you try and limit him 15 minutes. Yes. Try another 15 minutes and then you will break.
Good everyone. On afternoon now. Good afternoon. Bang make say me short from here. I think someone only angry stuff. First of all, their chief Simon Bangmato, Chief Lanham Bangmato, their Dr. Hale and Dr. Vantris. Dear friends and family Blambrim, anyone grant honor Blomi stand up today. Welcome to this celebration. Today, mi want to tell you for so mi come someone scientist Boston, but mi come to someone manambre. Just pour tell you for 2010, il bin adoptem lo push lo West Hambre, lo small village lo Meltugon, Chief Philippe Talebou mi papa blo milowe. So mi come some scientist today, but you want to tell him to say custom to he stop. Grow up inside lobby, so you want them give me chance to do you follow want something. Yes, me one scientist. Every time one scientist he come talk lo mic, he Mr. Renault say kasme true story never he come out naya. We just want them tell him no say no, no true. Every time he follow sta come make one lo Highland. If like he start come taking part lo science, but if like come taking part lo custom to from to follow together, he must work together. You know some scientific people only give him right thing or whatever, no, you must accommodate them everyone. Yeah. So every talk where Chief Lanham Bangmato, I've been giving before, I'm straight to mass. So whenever we give him naya, I mean just some scientific information where been happen law 7 December 1913. So Neblomi, I'm Sylvain Tonman, we are one system advisor. I work law Vanuatu government since 10 years now. We work law Vanuatu meteorological and geohazard department. Today we come to talk to on behalf of manager Blomi, where we geohazard manager, me Mrs. Eslin Karahibiti, where me manager Blomi Fala and the geohazard. So, when we talk about lo different something, when we talk about lo from one we got volcano lo Vanuatu, when we take an opportunity to presentation here, you must have reminded me from one we got some volcano lo Vanuatu. When we present them all risk to lo risk where you say at the same time we study close up one volcano, then we talk about small eruption in 1913. Then by me explain more say how we feel about we feel like try make them best lo mitigate risk long volcano. So behind me you look no more one cat law globe where you must live lehem. You look inside you got fire lehem. Fire lehem yeah, you make them say inside he burn, make them to by me but volcano on top low. When we tell them crust and you where we must live lehem. So ground low me crust, we got fire underneath, we make them say lava he come out. We come out lo say lo different place. You look all boundaries, you must call them ring of fire. So all boundaries, you look say you got all limit. You mean lo Vanuatu, you must leave lo one straight place, lo one limit, lo one ring of fire. Where you have a look and then closer to Australia. So I mean one placket just to explain no more one place here you got all volcano. So you got 3 different places. Either you got all plate or separate, time only separate here, lava come out. Or sometimes no, you got one hot spot, we call them hot spot no more, we go deep inside, it make them one volcano, you got all one we call them subduction area. Subduction area means say one plate, you go underneath another one. And here we go underneath another one and we melt no more, you go on top, then on top of it, you create one volcano. You mean Vanuatu, you live one area also, where you call them subduction area. Then on top of plate where you on top of plate where we go inside, where you got a big volcano with a big fire. So that's how we work. We just got one plate, and we go underneath another one, and we melt, and we go on top, or do sometime by me fire up. So lo Vanuatu, you got 2 types of volcanoes. You got all one we call them all red volcanoes, or them all gray volcanoes. So all red volcanoes, you got volcano blue you Lambrim, or them volcano block Tana. Then you got one you call them all gray volcano, will get all you make a big fire eruption or a big fire explosion. And we lo PV or Mongaret Logawa or volcano blow Manarovuilo Ambai. So me one red volcano block Tana, after next one, and me lo PV. Naya mi map lo contribui mi lo Vanuatu, by me try and pass through lo some volcano blue me just to give him some picture lo me everyone. First one and me Suritamatai volcano lo Vanolava, lo island lo Vanolava. So me lo last non-eruption in 1965, and me one place here where volcano me start sleep yet Naya, but me got some one sulfur, me melt, but we got plenty gas, you come out lower. Next one. So me one picture of Suritamatai again. Next one. So Emia mi narawan mi Gawa volcano we been stop quite until 2009. Lo 2009 I been got one big fire eruption. Lo time mi fly move small time lo Gawa lo help them lo make evacuation lo 300 people who will study lo west lo live lo east. So sometime all gray volcano only start sleep no more, sleep and then only get up. Time only fire up and mi fly must go lo island lo try no more say how no or population will face some trouble. Lo time all people will start lo west will face some big fire hash falls. So 300 people, you must move lo west, you go lo east. Lo Tamia, all refugees only went back lo house Blogeta lo 2011. So only start 2 years how lo place Blogeta. So just to give you one thing, is sometimes eruption in big one, sometimes you must make him big fly evacuation lo people, you must start lo one different place. Must wait no more, say volcano you come back lo one normal state, then you say moving back Blogeta you go back. Then you got all volcano blow ambai, the last known eruption in 2005. But time too, you mean never 300 people or not, Igoro East. This is that volcano you make an antablo manarovui. I mean one big fella dangerous volcano to away from you got to a lake. But two volcano is up underneath the lake is the middle of him. So suppose you got one big fire eruption, what I say full down all village we stop down. Then you stop lo volcano lo yumi Amrem. And the biggest volcano lo Vanuatu. Lo crater blame, lo middle blame, you got two active volcano, one ami Bembo, another one ami Marum. Then you got Lopevi. So behind you look photo blow eruption of 2003 Lopevi. So you say look height blow plume lo time ya, and you can 12 kilometer. You look say hash we stop down here, I cover them up full island mountain. So that's the kind of risk where you miss a face and time you still live one volcano. Lopevi, all people where we started live Lopevi only been evacuated in 1962. Since then you know got money live low way. So some man only live lo Pama, some only live lo EP, some only live lo Presa. Now your man only start go back slow, only start go back low highland, low make them current low letters. So people I start facing some problem with them people or you want them leave back low way from dangerosity blow volcano. Next one. Then you finish with Tana, Raljago, where you want very active volcano. Some photo Raljago, but again. So now you talk about two low volcanic risk. So me present them all volcanoes. Now you must so I'm lo no mo say. When I'm risk, you miss have same time you miss live close up to one volcano. Especially lo you Vanuatu, where sometimes all volcanoes lo me or create semi all full island. So say highland and you volcano one time or some lo you Amrem. So whenever is you miss a got time you will live closer to one volcano. First one, any ash column. Sometimes whenever it happens, say inside the magmatic chamber, underneath the volcano, you got some activities. You stop, you boil, or say one saucepan where you put them full of water, you start on one fire, but you decide no more put to mold, make them fire big one, and inside the magmatic chamber, pressure a big one, gas a big one, then you got one big for a fire up. Time you got one big for a fire up, everyone, all the red volcano, what them grey volcano, only create that ash column. I may say because 10-20 km high, block all plane or you know save travel, but to disperse plenty hash around long volcano, low highland, or semi-island, or even low or Narafal Island. Next one. I mean one example, say one of been happen low eruption low Pevilo 2003, low Highland low Pama, you got all hash deposit more than 10 meter high. Lo hash deposit, lo island Pama, close to Lopevi. Even lo southeast number in Tamia being that hash. Now one I pyroclastic flow, I mean different little bit, I mean one hash column, I mean heavy to mass, I mean hot, I mean heavy to mass, I mean full down. But I mean full down, it go speedy, Castle village, it burn every something lo track plahem. And then pyroclastic flow is have a speed blow get time more than 700 kilometers per hour. Or two temperature blow get time between 5 to 700 degrees. So time Claudia, come Casa you tan finish. You know say live lehem. So I mean one big fella tanja from me you know say expect them, but you know say expect them direction lehem. So time you stay live close along one volcano, time you got one big fella activity, me fella must look at them that pyroclastic flow. Then you say we got all mud flows. All mud flows and you all mix between wet and water, more hash. We make a big fella mud flows where you say we got some all village. I met with me one big fella danger. You mean say got that the danger lambri, but you say happen lo gawa or lo ambai. Next one. Then some lava flows. Lava flow, but you mean talk about lava flow from lo yumi lambrim. Lava flow, I mean one of the first risk where you say we got some yumi lambrim. But me explain them from one after. Then last one, oil gas, especially Lambarim. Just for your information, in 2007, we have making some research. We have gas plus Hamrim. We look at the satellite where we get NASA or Binusum, or look no more, look say, got one big fella red spot on top of Vanuatu. We take a little bit, or send them some data, you start making research. Or get look say, one day we make a big fella gas from me, look at the new fella satellite, we say, got one big fella red spot, we say, me or so one. Il look no more, we say, you look say, all volcano blow in one time. Lain dengan some study lain, lain look roll gas lo volcano. Then we fly find out no more say Ambrim volcanoes. I mean the first volcano the world, huh? The full world where we decasem gas or some that volcano. So it means say concentration low sulfur dioxide where me command low that volcano every day. You know that no one of the volcano world where we say Ambrim. Just to give you one thing. Volcano thing say you got one volcano also before Italy or you call them Etna or Italian say you got average 1,000 to 1,500 tons of sulfur dioxide every day. But Yumi Ambrim and more than 5,000 tons of sulfur dioxide every day. In a normal state. In 2005, he been got one big flag gas activities and we go gas 25,000 tons of sulfur dioxide one day. Lo Ambrim. Since then, we decided to make him a big flag project, like environmental impact. Especially si Yumi lo West Ambrim, Yumi says Yumi faces a big problem with them gas. Yumi says that one big eruption, sometimes you got some problem with Yumi or two water too no good. So or water lo Yumi lo Ambrim, you must make a best lo Yumi where lo Karem water where we start inside the ground, no? From suppose we take some water where sometimes we acid rain, why say problem Yumi with life, with life, beginning with life, non So me start together, me try and pass a message no, say Yumi Ambrim, water Yumi where we come out the ground and you want number one water. Water where you full down or some say Yumi start using low well Yumi, sometimes by dangerous to mass Yumi Ambrim. So you must make a best Yumi say workload project, to make him say water, I mean one first priority Yumi Ambrim. You want dry island, or to whatever you mean where you full down sometime, by me acidic little bit. So you must work him. Next one. So I mean the volcano Ambrim. You look on something lo mapia? Lo middle you got one caldera. So one big like crater, eh? Then you look see got all fault, lo side, lo southeast, lo west. You look all line, huh? It means you got all big fracture here lo Yumi Ambrim. Island Yumi, you say tell no say you say katem lo tu no. You know think no say have you say full down you go to water some man we start time you start make one say be suppose me you break lo tu be one piece you full down so water no you know what say you just mean no say alongside lo that fracture area you say we got lava flow you come out him. This is exactly what's happened in 1913. So you know from see we got one volcano lo middle blow highlandia lo Ambrim we got Bembo with them maru we all get all start sakem I say you got lava lake blow Yumi we got all ash cloud pay alongside that fracture area where we start lo southeast with them lo west Ambrim you say we got small volcano we come out him but to lava flows too we come out him but to say spole small village blow Yumi we start flow close up lo fracture area. Next one. So just one presentation lo Ambrim. And one huge basaltic volcano and we type him more than 1,000 square meter. And one caldera and one big flat crater of 12 kilometers of diameter, one of the biggest crater in the Pacific. You got two active volcanoes, I mean Bembo with a Maru. Or semi talelo you and we cut in two. From one factor when you come up northwest, you go to southeast. But we got several historical eruptions or last centuries. You look all that we start behind them. We'll give you one thing, you follow 1913 eruption, lo mi follow lo cheosat and you one stone. Lo history of volcanic eruption. We will start taking that eruption or same one milestone or same one example. Suppose 1913 and we come back again tomorrow, how no you miss react, how no you miss hack back again. So 1913 eruption, how many happen? One enemy happened, sorry, or 1913. One M chief lang bangmato ami storan, ami one part where me been happen, ami true to mass. In fact, me been one big fala lava flow, and me come, ami burn him. Big fala hospital, baby got face play him. 2 days just before 7 December 1913. First of all, it got one strong eruption. The morning of December number 6, 1913, how Club Bembo. Lo Tanya, more than two-thirds of the highland of Ambrim was covered by ash. Big flat thick layer of ash. That time, all chief, or all fala, start telling no, say anyone sign, finish. So 1 day before, the morning only look finish, he got one sign. So he got one people something and it happened. Then he got one opening of the fracture. You remember fracture when we saw lo west, lo middle hem, and tablo CCV with baya. Lo night. When people fracture, he make them say, people lava flow, he start go kasem CCV with baya. Lo tamia, all man, he start run finish. He start try run, go finish, he go lo CCV with baya, lo so water, lo try and find him some boat, lo move. Then, lo night, on the morning of December 7, 1913, the midnight peak, just behind on one wall, heavy open. One small crater where it been happen, stop happen one past eruption before. Heavy open no more, make one big lava flow. In less than 2 hours, we cast them one wall. In less than 2 hours, we just destroy every Sunday. Low hospital, low one wall. Then we no finish. Just after me, night, when it been happen, that fracture area where we been active CCV with the bayab, and we just open underneath the hospital. One big fracture me open no more, lava come out, lava come out, and it cross them soil water. That's the most biggest dangerous eruption where you say we got close up to soil water, especially close up to Hule with them Krakow. That whole fracture area where you open no more, before lava come out, it cross them soil water. You tell them when you tell them phreatomagmatic explosion. So instantly, you make one big crater. Every something explode. Every something where me lava flow it cover up, every something me explode. That's why now, in place of the low one wall, you got one big crater with them. Big water is stuff behind. So just below you all 3 phase. So first cycle in the middle. Big fire eruption of Bembo. 1 day after, you look all series of craters where you look close CCV. All 5 one. Just alongside the fracture, and you open no more, you got big fire come out, then you got 5 craters. Then all lava flow, so you start go kasem CCV mobile. Lotamia, you cross every village we start bush or man we start run. Or some chief, just tell them before me, and me through to me, you know, got enough social information, lo side lo impact, lo that lava flows. From time when you get one lava flows, you come out the bush or same, or man only fry, or you run cranky no more, or lava flows, so you stop every place. So man only start the bush, some man only dead from suffocation inside the bush, some man only goes to water, but the water here finish. So I mean one big dangerous eruption, but I mean. Then the surface, and we start to pick me close up long long one wall. Next one. So that's one photo of first phases. Maybe one photo where one captain has been taken at that time, one eruption of Bembo. Second phase. Second phase, that one maybe lava flow where you go kasem buy up at that time. Then third phase. So third phase here you look. When you start black and your lava flows, you know one lava flows here. But time is 7. When you go kasem Krakow, when you go kasem low one wall, someone is go normal all place where village botaw is start na yellow hem behind normal. But I mean that man is starting to hem. You start to battle low one wall from maybe one people impact low community blue you Western Premier, but maybe one big fella lava flows. You kasem every man, but I mean. So the third phase, when it happen exactly the 7th December 1913. So the morning, you got one big lava flow, low big mountain, and you open lava flow you go, you cast low one wall. But that time you got some data. You say you got 21 deaths. The time yeah. Maybe you got some different figure, but you say the place where hospital you been sublime maybe 21. Then the night Blehem, you got one phreatomagmatic eruption. Phreatomagmatic eruption, try and think about no more. You got one just one fracture no more you open, lava flow come out Blehem. But instead, you make lava flow no more, same normal one, and you cross some water, lava plus water, boom. Big fella number of lava, big fella number of salt water, explosion one time. You just try and imagine no more. Time you come with a plane, you go to Mamrim, either you come to southeast, you go to Ulay, or you come to west, you go to Krakow. You stop now, you look, you got plenty krata. I mean, I don't want to, you know, one no more. You got 3 or 4, 5. You look, you are a local yeah. One big fella round blow me, we start, yeah. We, Naya got commercial Santa Stalheim. I mean, one frato magmatic eruption, before we make a big fella krata. That's why we are a local with them, mulay. I mean, one big fella consideration, big fella side or risk. Probably, it happen quick. What do you say because one big fella disaster? That's why you must ready no more. You must look all sign. I mean, one toto where Chief Pogmato and Satalem, when you like him 2 months, it will say, you mean scientist, you mean got all machine. The old chief blew me, or all follow me, you got all sign to him. Me follow scientist, me follow give him advice, but don't forget custom historian. Don't forget custom blow me. From some young fellow, Satalem say, Emil historian all follow me, want them 7 no say, when I must to Mr. Talem. No. From some time, me savait late. Or information is savait late. Or all follow Mr. Talem no more say, me are no more say, so coulier me stop sing out ya. Coulier blue me start sing out ya. Mini want something. Or pigeon or start fly. Or Sanya, you must keep him. Or follow, you must keep him. Mimi man blow science, baby man blow, believe lo custom too. From you no savvy live without to follow. So it's really important you remember historian from a really important in case of that eruption. You just look no more that eruption in 2 days no more. It destroyed full western rim. Full western rim. Ash coming from Bembo, big fella lava flow, CCU and Bayab. Motu one part low on wall. So you know low on wall no more, I mean full western rim. Trying thing about supposing to happen today again. So 6,000 people who still live Naya western rim. You must manage them good risk for you. Okay. So I mean some photo. I mean all photo eruption. I mean photo of Iceland volcano. Where exactly one maybe happened in 1913. Photo is right down here. I just to explain to you first. One maybe happened one fracture here. That means you open or some fire come out or some you look low right side. I mean exactly one maybe happened. So you got one beautiful wall of fire. The fire non-stop. You some say go. Then you start making more small cone. Then time lava is full up 2 months, you get plenty lava flows. So one you go that side, another one you go that side. They want big fella fire, yeah. Big fella quantity of fire. So if you want big fella danger, you must take them into account. So that's some photo where Chief blow me and present and finish, low money. Hospital blow me. I mean one example no more. One time we been explaining blow you fella, one time we been happen underneath the low one time. Just look at it. Scheme. You got one big fella magmatic, it come from underneath, then you cross a big fella amount of water, then you got one big fella eruption on the surface, got one big fella column, you fall down, and then you got one crater start to place behind. So here, scheme where you start looking the same, exactly when you've been up on the low one wall all night. Then that's when we even start just after that eruption, where before you one flat place, we got that hospital with them some building. Some photo all refugees lo time here. You miss in return between 500 to 600 people. That's one example where been happen lo Kuwait, lo Tonga, lo 1973. That kind of explosion was sometimes happen lo Solwata. You look all big fella explosion here. From lava with them Solwata, you know mix good. Next one. Some people will been stop one submarine volcano too, and just after the one wall explosion, he been got one small submarine volcano no more, he come out outside the Krakow. I mean, been stop 1 year no more after so what I give, got transplant. Okay, but me go just quick no more, explain no more. Say one or two meteorology and geology department, we start making no more, make a mitigation or risk naya, and few slide no. First one. This is the Vanuatu National Warning Center. Just for your information, we follow meteo and geohazard, we fly work 24/7. I think you fly in no more say September 2014, we fly rise them up volcanic alert level, we go to level 2. That's because we fly start monitoring no more say one increase long activity long volcano. We fly look no more see we got more explosion. mo gas plan 2 big one. So for safety reason, we like decide to reach him at level and we go to level 2. So he got scientific clue behind the head. So we like work lo hazard mo meteo we like work 24/7. We like start look at them every meteorological hazard with them geological hazard, volcano, tsunami, with them earthquake. Got all volcanic alert procedures and crisis where we fly manage and finish. Lo 2005 lo Ambrem, lo Ambai, lo 2009 lo Gawa, then Naya lo Ambrem. Just lo tell them no, so we fly no start work alone. We fly work with them a regional institution too. But we fly responsible lo volcanic ash advisory center with them Wellington, lo VMGD, para to meet with as a department. Next one. And me. The first permanent station where we fly installed in 2009, just for information, we fly installed in Ambrem. Don't ask me why. I guess you say finish. Time you all man, you start asking no, say you think c'est first station here, you must install in lower. Say I think Ambrem. So we fly installed in Ambrem, lo creative one time. So now we fly got 2 stations, you got one lowest 2. So we fly got monitoring seismic activity land with a camera, you got 1 camera. Suppose you go to the website, geohazards.gov.vu, we say look photo volcano blow. Every 5 minutes, you got 1 new picture you come out. You look at that picture on top of you look Bembo with a maru. Any one live picture. So suppose you want to look at volcano blow, you want to swim all bikini blue, feel free to make it. But me geohazards, so GEOHAZARDE. rds.gov.vu, geohazards.gov.vu. But you say go to meteo.gov.vu too, you got 1 link in him. Go to website, Next one, please. If you to monitor gas blow volcano with them some plane, time gas blow him maybe 1-2 months, you like got 2 months, one small machine to 1 plane, you like cross and no more, look no more say activity blow him in one. That's how we like confirm the quantity of sulfur dioxide come out low volcano. Next one. Motu satellite 2 inside monitoring volcano blow. Next one. So just to give you one perspective for development, me start work new station, more gas station, more me good. Me start work to one contingency plan with them and one Red Cross contingency plan. I mean, in case of new eruption, we try to make a best formula. We got one contingency plan to react as fast as possible. We start work to with them local community disaster committee. So you must have one something by the final talk Plomino. You must have one something. Say 1913 eruption and you one milestone. Lo history Ambrem. You must have two. Say that time you been got one big eruption. That time you been lucky too from. You been a remote sign the help. Some man already been moved. You been got some ship, 2 or 3 ship you been stopped. You got some canoe you been stopped. Some man already start. We say move. But suppose it happen tomorrow too. You must really learn. You must forget remote sign the help. Maybe also one scientist pick up on side of me where me remember no was a low wall eruption and me come from Rauro. You must forget him no more say you milo Ambrem, you must lo west, you must lo southeast, you must lo north, you must Rauro. You must together, Ambrem united. One something no more you been started say Rauro you make him volcano fire up. You must forget him one something. No more Rauro. Unite no more. So as long as you got unite, you one island no more, one people. By we think so say happen by again. But still try to make them say got one small activity, so we must make a work problem. So next slide. And then we map you mean. Look no more say all dangerous activity him. Next one. Then I will campaign when we first time make him island, just to give him some information. So you must give him some information today, but you must have it too. So you first time make him a 1S law, every 1 or 2 times 1 year. Next one. So thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Thomas. Me say you are angry, Thomas. Sorry, MC way me go over but from Mr. Store and Island me say stop and you. So thank you, big one.
Okay, thank you, Sylvan. I think you got every information what you want them now. From side long custom, no side long all scientists. So you should be more prepared. More prepared if you got any eruption in the future. Why you mean break now, yeah? I think everyone needs to embrace. By you may move in a long way, but before you go, me ask him, Brother Cherry. Okay, by you may look long program, I think you must send them part 1 proper. So we must ask him, Pastor, come back by again. Long come long close him start long part 1, then you may have a break and come back and continue long next one.
Okay, thank you so much. I think you may close them part 1 before you may rest, or you may come back to part 2. Yes, can everyone stand up? High Court Papa, me falay dalam thank you, lo worship, or me falay make him talk to you, or me falay haram. Or historian, High Court Papa, custom story, mo all kadalo side lo ostom, or me falay haram, High Court Papa, lo side lo all kenu. Me falay dalam thank you to Papa, lo kakay wirarip, lo me falay sabetekem. You bless them, anoint them, and you sanctify them with the blood of Christ, so that they become useful of body. Send them even like go out now, I go, but time even like go. Pray, plum is a love, plum you God, Papa. Peace, or cloud heart, plum Master Jesus Christ. Company, more help of the spirit. Papa, you stop with them, you meet the day, all time. Coco, in our Sabbath finish. Amen. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, all families. Neblami Besandi. Pami announcemos on kakay playumi ready start on mama if like karamol pignin ko ploli on the kakay small and payumi kat second part of the program playumi where all families bali more interested la hem where hem launching Raljago where payumi kat or special representative lo USB bali elaborate more lo hem after lenya especially from but program timing blue is na ko ban as can be for behind blow you seven kakay. Just help yourself. Self-service lo kakay